Vishwanath Naidu is chair, sir.
ఎవరండి?
Vishwanath Naidu garu, he is assistant professor from Central University, Hyderabad.
ఓకే. గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ విశ్వనాథ్ గారు. అండ్ so when we are talking about linguistics and many therapies have come up, and I had the greatest fortune of reading Noam Chomsky while I was a graduate student at Nizam College pursuing my psychology. And I also fortunate to come across Penfield experiments on memory. So language plays vital role in shaping human behavior and human emotion. And I'm sure all of you know that the famous, not scientifically researched enough, neuro-linguistic program popularly called as NLP. So I'm talking to the academicians, so I'm not bringing that particular topic. So today my topic is cognitive behavior therapy in psycholinguistics. And I would like to recall Vygotsky's statement on thought. He said thought, the utility value of thought is for self-regulation. So we think through language, and when we introspect, and the greatest human ability of self-introspection, like the Hemingway said in Schools of Psychology Structuralism, we can self-monitor. So we have the ability to understand our own thought. So we think through language. For example, most of the people, the research says, we think through our own native language. So I come from a Telugu background. So when I try to understand my own thinking, I think in Telugu. So I have tried to practice to think in English, but in vain. So cognitive behavior therapy says thought is responsible for human behavior. Thought is central to human emotion. So if you want to change the emotion, if you want to change the behavior, you change the thought. To give a concrete example, after failing an exam, a student concludes that I am a complete failure. Or after the 10th class results, after the intermediate results, some students get impulsive, emotional, and they commit suicide. And some researchers wanted to understand the phenomena of this suicide, and they have concluded that they value these failure experience as a giving meaning to life. If I'm failed in the exam, I'm a failure in life. If I fail in the exam, I'm a failure in life. So this one statement will take you to the dangerous ending of life, suicide. Unfortunately, many individuals do not know the negative self-talk, the voice in the head, like Eckhart Tolle talks about voice in the head, self-talk, or running commentary in the head. So by changing thought, So if the student fails in the exam, rather than trying to understand the reason why he failed because of non-preparation or because of some examination anxiety, he can change the thought. I have failed in the exam, but that doesn't mean that I am a complete failure in life. So this simple changing of thought brings a positive change in the behavior. So thought plays a central role in shaping human behavior and human emotion. So psycholinguistics talks about changing the language, what you speak to yourself. And I would like to quote the famous quotation, one of my most favorite quotation. Mind is a good servant, but a dangerous master. Mind is a good servant, but a dangerous master. At one side, mind is the source for inventing cell phone, inventing rocket. Man is planning to stay in the moon. Man is planning to build apartments in Mars. At one side, mind plays a beautiful role. The other extreme, dangerous role. It becomes a dangerous master and it will push you into depression, anxiety, and even suicide. So we have to be very, very careful, understanding and using language as a thought. So the language plays an important role in psycholinguistics and in cognitive behavior therapy. That's all from my side, Ravindra. I would like to take any questions. That's all. Vishwanath garu, thank you so much for chairing the session. Vishwanath garu?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Hello.
There is response.
Now the session is open for the discussion. If there are any questions, you may please ask. I think there are no questions. Thank you, sir, for your nice presentation. The next presenter is Kushbu
Vishwanath
Jindal.
garu, I would appreciate a word of feedback.
Yeah. So next presenter is Kushbu Jindal. Kushbu, so
Yes,
share
sir.
share your PPT
Okay, sir.
and you start your presentation, okay? And we'll have 1 or 2 minutes for the discussion at the end.
Yes. Is it visible?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, sir. My name is Kushbu Jindal. I'm pursuing my PhD from Delhi University. My topic for today's presentation is neutral and non-neutral affixes in Marwadi, a morphological analysis. So for this, I have gone through few literatures, like the prime is Hassan Ghossan's, in which a major work, the primary work on Marwadi linguistics is done, basically on phonology, morphology, and a very small portion of syntax. Later on, I have gone through Kakali Mukherjee's Marwadi book, in which the Rajasthan government has collected a census on entire Rajasthani language. So to go through, so this is my introduction. This research explores the morphological changes in Marwari language, which is spoken in majorly in Rajasthan region, some portion in Gujarat region, and also in Haryana region. So Marwari is a speech which has various dialects. It has total 7 dialects like Bagadi, Sekhavati, Mewari, Dhundari, and Wagadi. So these are the major dialects of Rajasthani. So my focus is on Marwadi. So Marwadi also has 5 sub-dialects, which is Godwari, Thali, Mulani, Dakani, Bikaneri. So these are the sub-dialects of Marwadi. So originally it was written in Mahajan script, but now it follows Devanagari script. It follows SOP word order, and it is a part of Indo-Aryan group. The status of Marwadi until 1970s census, it was categorized as a Rajasthani language, and a Rajasthani language has its own census, but later on it comes under Hindi. So it is now it the entire Rajasthani language is a dialect. It is called as a dialect of Hindi language. So to go through these observations, to note down the examples, I have used participation observation method, conversational analysis, and direct interviews with the participants of people from Jaipur and Chakradarpur region. So due to migration, most of the Marwadi people for business purposes have migrated to different regions of India. So my focus is on the people who migrated from Jaipur and they shifted toward Jamshedpur, which is a small place in Jharkhand. So the entire data is collected from them. So the first one is neutral affixes. These affixes or prefixes attaches without changing the sounds or accent to the root word. So some of the examples are, the first one is pano. So pano is added to the noun stem to form an abstract noun. For example, murk pano, which means foolishness. Lugai pano. Lugai is a term which is used for women or lady in Marwadi. So lugai pano is womanhood, and then alas pano, so is laziness. The second is arlo. So it is added to the noun stem to form an abstract noun. For example, nindarlo means one who sleeps more. Then the next is ri, is added to the noun stem to form noun of agency and occupation. So to show the occupation, ri is used like kumari or sunadi. So kumar is basically potter, which is the root word. So here we have seen a change, like o is added to the masculine form and e is added to the feminine. So it is making the word kumado and kumadi, which is a neutral affix since it is not making any changes. Next is iyat. Iyat is added to the noun to form an abstract noun. For example, insan, insaniyat. So insan is a root word which means man, and insaniyat is humanity. Next is pan. Pan is added to a noun to form an abstract noun, and it is always followed by a suffix o, which indicates masculine gender, like devta. Devta means god, and devta pano means godliness. Similarly, for another word like murk, murk is foolish, and murk pano means foolishness. So these are the word. Next is baz. Baz is added to the noun to form a masculine agent noun, like chalbaz means clever. Coming forward, here are some suffixes which are uh, which are changing the noun of location of residence and also changing the gender. Like un is added to a masculine noun stem to form a noun of location that is feminine, like Marwad. Marwad is actually a region in Rajasthan. Now run is added to it and it becomes a feminine word like Marwadan, a resident of Marwad. Similarly, Punjab, so the when it un is added to it, so it becomes Punjaban. Coming forward, okay. Here, I have a lot of examples, but I have kept very few examples here. Like the other is al. Al is added to the noun to form a noun of possession, like uh, in suffix al is followed by o for masculine, and similarly e for feminine. Like dukan means shop, and dukan alo means shopkeeper. It is used for male. But when we have to refer to female, it will use e suffix, like dukan ali. So it is similarly like in majorly in Marwadi, if we see neutral affixes, o is used for as a female suffix, and e is used for o is used for male suffix, and e is used for female suffixes, and these are all neutral suffixes. Later on, next, non-neutral suffixes. Non-neutral affixes is prefix or suffix that changes the original word's meaning or which is added to the word. Such affixes interact with the internal structure of the base word and may trigger phonological or morphological changes. So I have only gone through morphological changes. I have the phonological process is still going on. Like for example, Ucho means high. So when I is added as a suffix to it, it means uchai. So o is deleted here. Next, bhalo. Bhalo means good. So when I is added, it means bhalai. So again, o is added at the word final position. Next, chatur. So chatur here we say it as chatur. U is clearly pronounced, but when I is added, it becomes chatarai. So U is changed to a. Okay, so here are some changes. Next is sonar, which means gold. So when we are changing it, it becomes Sony. Sony means goldsmith. So similarly, non-neutral affixes is also used in degree of comparison, like motto to motalo, lambo, lambalo, tikho, tikhalo. It means big, bigger, long, longer, sharp, sharper. So here we can also see some changes, like o in the word final position is changed to a. So my conclusion is non-neutral affixes are more productive in Marwadi than non-neutral affixes. In contrast to neutral affixation, non-neutral affixes indicate syntactic morphophonemic alterations in the base. These alterations may be formalized by the following phonological rules operating in word final position. So the changes in the word changes is only seen in the word final position, like o to a, u, a, and deletion in the word final position, like o is deleted in the word final position, I is deleted in the word final position. So changes is basically in vowel in the word final position in non-neutral affixes, and neutral affixes are unhindered. So this is the work citation. Yeah, thank you. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you, Kushbu. If the session is open for discussion, if there are any questions you may ask. Meanwhile, while others ask you, Kushbu, this is very interesting work, and I appreciate it for the presentation.
Thank you.
One thing that I would like to ask you is, there are three popular models in the morphology, right? You may aware of those three models. One is the item and arrangement model, item and process, and the third one is word and paradigm. Okay.
Word paradigm.
So among these three models, which model do you think is suitable to account for the kind of morphological process that you presented now? And why do you think so?
So basically, I will say item and arrangement because it tells about the concatenation of the word, like how morpheme and phonemes are there added at the base of the root word. So here we are analyzing how the root word is taking different type of affixes. So I'll say, hello.
Yes, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Yes. So yeah, item and arrangement.
But do you know that there are many problems with item and arrangement model? One of the problems with item and arrangement model. Have you read on it? If you have not read it, let me tell you. The item and arrangement model,
Yeah,
one of the limitations of the item and arrangement model is that it doesn't recognize the, what doesn't it doesn't recognize the
మీకు
allomorphisms.
చూపించాలంటే
Okay?
ఇక్కడ
Yeah.
yes.
It's a very good presentation. We can have more discussion later. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. The next presenter.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You may leave now. Satishan, are you available?
Satishan is not there, sir.
Okay. I will go to the next. Professor Umar Khan, are you there?
Sir is also not there. He will be joining. We can go
Okay.
with next participant, sir.
K. Narendran, faculty from Allied and Healthcare Sciences.
Indra.
K. Narendran Garu, are you there?
I don't see his name, sir.
Okay. Okay. The next presenter is Kavita Jujuru from Krishna University.
Yes,
Kavita
sir.
Garu, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Please, madam, go ahead with your presentation. So 10 minutes for the presentation and 1 or 2 minutes for the discussion.
Okay, sir.
If you have PPT, share it. Kushbu, can you unshare your PPT? So that other presenters can share their presentation.
So just a minute.
Yes, Kushbu. So, yes, madam, please go ahead. Kavita, do you have PPT with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you now please start your presentation.
Sure, sir. I'm Kavita, research scholar from Krishna University, Andhra Pradesh. Good evening, everyone. So is my screen visible, sir?
No, ma'am.
Right now we can't see. Can you try to go to the next slide?
Sure, sir.
Something visible, but I can't see any PPT here.
Okay, okay. Okay, sir.
No, we can't really see your PPT.
Okay. Sir, 1 minute.
Okay, madam. Okay, you can go ahead with your presentation, which is fine. Don't have to bother about the visibility of this PPT.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sure, sir. My presentation is titled Discourse, Cognition and Society, a critical discourse analysis of the scent of pepper by Kaveri Nambizan. In this presentation, I will examine how language in the text reflects thought processes and social structures using the framework of critical discourse analysis. Literature is not just a form of storytelling. It reflects how people think and how society functions, as we know. Language plays a crucial role in shaping ideas, identities, and beliefs. Critical discourse analysis, or CDA, helps us study how language works within social and cultural context. In this presentation, I will analyze the scent of pepper through these 3 key CDA concepts: discourse, cognition, and society. Here, my writer, Kaveri Nambizan, is an Indian novelist and a short story writer and a trained surgeon also. She is known for her realistic and subtle style of writing. Her works often focuses on memory, family relationships, gender roles, and cultural identity. She uses simple language but explores deep emotional and psychological themes. The Scent of Pepper is a reflective and memory-based narrative. It is set in an Indian domestic and cultural context and focuses largely on women's everyday experiences. The scent of paper acts as a recurring symbol that connects the present with the past, representing the memory and tradition and emotional attachment. Critical discourse analysis views language as a social practice, not as something neutral. It studies how language is connected to power, ideology, and social relations. CDA works through these three interconnected dimensions, that those are discourse, cognition, and society. These three concepts will guide my analysis of the text. Discourse refers to how language is used in specific social contexts. In the scent of paper, Nambizan uses simple everyday language related to domestic life. Words connected to cooking and food, such as pepper, scent, and aroma, appear repeatedly. Through this domestic discourse, women's everyday experiences gain importance and meaning. If we come to cognition, cognition refers to mental processes like memory, perception, and emotional understanding. In the text, sensory words trigger memories and feelings. The scent of paper brings back childhood memories and emotional connections for the protagonist. Words such as remember, recall, and feel show how language shapes inner thought and identity. And if we come to the third component, society, society refers to social norms, cultural expectations, and power relations. In the novel, women's language is polite, restrained, and emotionally controlled. Strong emotions are expressed indirectly rather than openly. This reflects patriarchal norms and gender expectations within the society. At the same time, the text questions these norms also. If we integrate these three, discourse, cognition, and society are closely connected in the text. Everyday language forms discourse. Memory shapes cognition, and cultural norms reflect society. Here, if we take the word, pepper works at all these three levels as a discursive symbol, as a cognitive memory trigger, as a cultural and social marker. Here, to conclude, the scent of paper shows how ordinary language carries deep emotional and social meaning. Through CDA, we see how discourse shapes cognition and reflects society. So, Kaveri Nambizan transforms domestic experience and memory into a powerful cultural and social critique. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Vishwanath Naidu garu.
Sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
So, yeah, please continue. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy. Now I request Kavita Yadav to start her presentation.
కవిత అయిపోయింది కదా presentation. అచ్చా.
I am Kavita Jujuru, sir. There is another
Yes,
participant.
yes, ma'am. Noted, ma'am. There is another participant, Kavita Yadav. Due to some
Yes.
technical issue, there was some issue. Now she can continue her presentation. Kavita
Okay,
Yadav
sir.
from.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Hope so. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yes. Now you can continue your
Hello.
presentation. Now you can
Okay,
continue
thank
your
you, sir.
presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. So thank you so much for inviting me again, sir. Today my topic is that kinship and related terms in the three tribal languages of Madhya Pradesh that are Bhili, Buhana language, and Maharan Boli. And these three languages represent the rich tribal heritage of central India. While they belong to the different communities, they share a common purpose using a language to keep their society. I would like to tell you about that, the geographical location in the Madhya Pradesh about these languages. The study focuses on the three distinct districts that form a triangle across of the central, southern, and eastern part of the state. Anupur is the home of the Maharan Boli language. It is situated in the eastern part of the Madhya Pradesh, known for its hilly terrain and proximity of the Amarkantak region, located here in the eastern border of the state. And the Hada is the central point of the state of the Buhana language. Is documented. It is a part of the fertile named River Valley. Sorry, Narmada Valley. Posted in the central part of the Madhya Pradesh. And the last, our language is the Bhili language, which is located in the Burhanapur, and people used to speak in the Burhanapur, is the location where the Bhili language data was collected. It is a historical city at the southernmost tip of the state. Now, the next I'm going to tell you about the literature review. This okay. So in that one, I took the several authors. In that one, I would like to mention that the social map. This means that in a tribal community, if we are going to suppose that I'm going to ask a people that how you are going to call some person that is a brother or uncle. So it would be showing that important of where you are allowed to get to marry a person and with whom you are going to behave and in which point of that. This is the point of social map in that. Apart from that, there is another language as a human capital. We also look at the linguistic diversity as a form of human capital. When a Maharan Boli or a Nihal holds their root of the language or they follow their family words, they are not just keeping a language alive, they are also protecting their history and knowledge of the language. After that, we have methodology. How did I actually gather this information? I collected primary data by going directly to the communities in the Anupur, Harda, and the Burhanpur district. I spoke with the native speaker who are bilingual. Like some people are, they are who are the oldest one. They used to speak their tribal languages. Most of the youngest generation, they are just mixing with the Hindi and Chhattisgarhi both languages. And once I had the words, I compared them across all three languages to look two things. One is that cognates, and the second is that the innovated. Cognates are the causing words or the cousin words, we can say. That ones in that sounds similar because they share a common history. And the innovation are the unique new words that belong to only to the that specific tribal. And the last one we have the sorry sir. Let me open the slides. Where is that? Yeah, in kinship terms and analysis, cultural impact one.